When it comes to retirement, Americans born between 1997 and 2012, so-called Gen Zers, are not loving the tried and true 401k. Surveys show many have not even begun to save for retirement, and if they do, 401ks especially are taking a back seat to other investment vehicles like crypto. To explain this Gen Z change in attitude toward 401ks, we welcome the managing partner of Vellet Capital, Gerson Gibbs, back here on the Live Zone. Gerson, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Guy. Great seeing you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so this is a big deal, Gerson. I got to tell you, I was sitting right here in this seat yesterday, and one of our execs walked up to me and said, Guy, did you hear anything about this 401k and Gen Zers not loving it? And my producer Joey, go ahead and put the camera on you there, Joey. There you go, who happens to be a Gen Zer, said, oh, well, what do you mean? What's going on with 401ks? Well, apparently, as you just heard me make mention, a lot of Gen Zers not feeling it. And so I have to pose the question and ask, why are they not showing any love to 401ks, Gerson?
In my opinion, I just think they have many different opportunities at different investment vehicles that you can access through a traditional 401k. You know, in addition to that, I think a lot of Gen Zers have taken a totally different approach at the traditional work approach that, you know, some of us or some of our parents have taken. It started a lot earlier with regard to entrepreneurship. So it's a different approach, and 401k isn't something that's truly applied to entrepreneur. So I think they're just using different instruments to invest, different instruments to save. They have access to crypto, as you mentioned. 401k just recently provided the opportunity to invest in things like private equity, which they're extremely interested in. I just think a traditional 401k is, for lack of better terms, old school.
All right. So one of the things that I saw on social media, one of the posts, someone said, they just don't work anymore. It's not worth my time. And I sat there thinking, oh, my gosh, I check on my 401k weekly. And so I have to pose the question, Gerson, is a 401k still beneficial?
Well, I'll say a 401k is beneficial because it's a savings tool. Any savings tool and preparation for the future, I would say, it's useful in some way, shape, or form. But it just doesn't provide enough of the tools and resources and access that some of these new instruments provide. And I think that Gen Zers, because of the information that's out there, they just have access to more things, and they want to try different, unique ways to save that are not within the 401k realm.
Yeah. Joey, I'm curious. Do you all talk about this within your circle, other Gen Zers?
I'm thinking about, first of all, not great at long-term planning right now. Our frontal lobes perhaps not completely developed. But, you look at Poly Market, you look at Kalshi, like you mentioned, crypto with stable coins and meme coins. Is this just a losing strategy, or is there some viability with how Gen Z is saving?
Yeah, I totally agree. Places like Kalshi and Poly Market just provide a totally new access point, a totally new sense of excitement around a different product, different trading strategies. And again, 401k hasn't transformed enough to add these new instruments into their realm. And I think Gen Zers are realizing that we don't have access to anything that we like. We don't have access to anything that's being marketed. We want to try new things. And I don't think 401ks provide that openness to new things.
Yeah. One of the things that we're supposed to do as adults is somewhat plan and prepare for the future. And so with that being said, Gerson, did we foresee this coming? Did we prepare for this, for Gen Zers to say, you know what, it ain't working?
I think we can never be prepared for it, right? I think we prepared in a way that the economy provided us the tools to prepare with. And I think that because we didn't have those tools, we took the traditional approaches, just saving against our 401k. There's a lot of tax benefits associated with it, but there wasn't this boom of entrepreneurship, this boom of AI. I think that Gen Zers, they have an opportunity to realize a new world. And I think that they're just taking advantage of it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm that old. I think I could still take advantage of it a little bit. But they're definitely at the forefront of getting all the benefits from the new tools and the new investment vehicles.
Oh, me again. One thing I don't think a lot of people in my generation fully understand is the Roth IRA and the pre-tax and all those terms. But a high yield savings account is something you can put into even if you don't have an employer matching anything. Is that correct? And could you explain a little bit about how to get started with that?
Well, Roth IRAs, and they're very similar to 401ks. You just have a little more control and flexibility and opportunities to invest in things like private markets. I know a lot of my clients use their Roth or IRA accounts to invest in private markets. And it's a different savings tool that you have a little more flexibility. Like your 401ks are limited to whatever plan your employer is using. So there may be a lot of limitations surrounding that. You know, of course, a traditional saving account at any particular bank, you can put your money into a money market account and it'll gross interest, a little higher interest than a traditional 401k. So those are really the differences. You just have a little bit more control, a little bit more opportunities as far as the different investment vehicles that you can invest in. That's the difference between a Roth and a 401k.
Well said. Yet again, because of you, I think a lot of us have a better understanding of all things 401k, or as I would say, is A-OK. Yet again, we have been speaking with managing partner at that of Bellet Capital, Gerson Gibbs, joining us right here on the Live Zone. Always good to see you, my friend.
Great seeing you. Nice talking to you both. Talk soon.
Folks. We'll take a quick break.